Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, I haven't watched it, Welcome to Derry, yet. I've just seen some scenes and the trailers and watched a bunch of reviews, and I was feeling really excited about it. Now, most of my reviews were non-spoiler reviews because I didn't want to ruin everything. Um, but yeah, I just saw like a review where some people they do just start talking about plot lines and story elements without actually saying spoilers. And someone mentioned that the military is involved, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Um, really, because that just ruins it for me. Because when I saw the trailers for this, I thought, wow, this is going to be a really great series. It's going to basically take the time to show these kids living in this community, this surreal environment where they're being hunted by this monster, and they've got no help from the parents. And I just thought this could be a really good story where we get to see this community of kids sort of come together. And be like a family and be fighting this monster and because the miniseries and the movies did a good job time wise of spending time with these characters, but a TV series could do more with a new set of characters, and I was really looking forward to that. And now they've involved the military, I'm like, not only is that going to be half the story is going to be focused on the military, but the idea that they think that they can weaponize the energy of this monster and trying to do all that. It's just, especially in the 60s or wherever it's set, is just going to be ridiculous. It's going to take away from the main story. And how can you really believe that these children are sort of helpless and when the society, the military, the people, the community, the government know all about it? They're no longer these children in isolation being hunted by this monster, and how's that going to work? How like it's just going to undermine anything in the show. I just don't get. I kind of get how they can have these people acting without knowledge of people who know about it, but the idea that it just ruins it for me. And it's like, I mean, and it's so pro war, pro America, where rah rah rah. It's all about, oh yeah, the military has to be involved and be the saviors or whatever. And even if they're not the saviors, if they're the bad guys, then either way, it's just, I don't need a film about military bad, like like there's supposed to be a TV series about these kids and this monster, this energy. So yeah, and I don't know if they were involved in the original book because I owned it, like the book a while ago, when I was a teenager. I feel like I know I started to read it. I don't think I finished it because it was like 1,000 pages long. And there's things people have talked about that I don't remember that were in the book but not in the miniseries. So I don't think I finished it. But I mean, I hear there's some sort of giant space turtle or something, and I'm like, what the hell? I don't know if I have like the audio book or the novel on PDF or something. I really should read the original or something, but I don't remember the military being involved, and then that undermines the future stories that we've already seen. Where, well, this wasn't like some mystery. This wasn't some unknown force that was creeping in and attacking the children, and the community wasn't aware of it, because we know the military knew about it and the government knew about it and people in general knew about it. And I'm like, it just undermines everything, ruins everything. This is the problem with prequels. You can really destroy the films or the series or whatever that inspired your series, and undermine it and ruin it. And I think they've done that by bringing the military in. It was like Buffy season 3 is the first thing I thought. No, Buffy season 4, sorry, was the first thing I thought. The first 3 seasons, it was just Buffy and her friends against the forces of the Hellmouth. And then it was like the military was involved, and it's just this lame pseudo sort of organization. It's supposed to take it seriously and believe it's real, and then it undermines just any sense of it just ruined it. And I don't think Buffy ever really recovered from that, and I don't know if this series is really going to work with that element in there. And I'm just so disappointed because I was so looking forward to this, but now I feel better that I didn't pay for Netflix, and I mean, I'll still probably watch it, on and I might even buy it on DVD if I see it on eBay, but yeah, it's like, okay, damn. This was looking really good, looking really exciting, and now it's been ruined for me because that element is of that story, that whole tangent, that whole side of things is going to undermine anything else that they do in the story in the community. Um, and it's like kind of when they brought the military in on Jason Goes to Hell, but then they killed Jason. They went into a different story, so it didn't really matter. But the idea that the military came in and wiped out Jason, they knew about him, and there was this big campaign to sort of trap him and all that. if that had been the whole film, and if that had been then the future where everyone sort of, in a way, everyone knows about Jason, but the military is like involved, it just ruins everything. It just doesn't work in horror. Sometimes in science fiction with some like alien, enemy or something, it can kind of work, but and if there was some global issue, yes, the military would be involved. But if it's just a small community, a group of people, or a place like Camp Crystal Lake or something like that, bring the military in, or help, what was the name of the town where Buffy lived? I can't remember. Was it Sunnydale? Bringing the military into that sort of situation, that sort of environment, in a horror movie, horror series, I think it just is the wrong decision. It just ruins it. So, very disappointed. Lost my interest now, but I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this and how it's affecting the series and the story.